Hey everybody, it's 4:20 p.m. here at the Howling Moon Studios in Northern California. It's another lovely Saturday afternoon and time for some music. I'm sure everybody's having the same basic experience. I mean, the world is really weird right now. And, COVID just keeps doing its thing. And, I don't know if it's affecting you. It's certainly affecting everybody I know. But not affecting this show, so we're going to go forward. Anyway, thanks for being here. In the nick of time, you will find your way. In the nick of time, path from night to day. You're feeling desperate, you're feeling alone. Nowhere to turn for help, nowhere to run. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dreams, don't ever let them slip away. Good things happen in the nick of time. In the nick of time, you will find true love. In the nick of time, an angel from above, that desperate feeling has moved in to stay. You feel a clock ticking, it won't go away. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dreams, don't ever let them slip away. Good things happen in the nick of time. In the nick of time, you will find me there. In the nick of time, anytime, anywhere. Your life is a drama, twisted and strange, but you are the author, and the story can change. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dream, don't ever let them slip away. Good things happen in the nick of time. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dreams, don't ever let them slip away. Good things things happen in the nick of time. Good things happen in the nick of time. So I just learned this afternoon that, Phil Lesh tested positive, which is like deeply distressing. I know how hard he's worked, as we have, to avoid infection, and it's just so dangerous. And I think all we can do is hope that that he will be well, and that all of us will be able to stay well. It sure is. It's really frustrating, Anyway, I think everybody in the tribe wishes Phil well, and I think the same goes for every single person out there who is contracting this virus and everything else. This next song I'm going to do, of course, for our dear friend Tracy Sheridan, who has been in the hospital dealing with lots of medical issues. And I just want to send her strength and love and hope that she will recover rapidly. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on. Southern Cross shines distant, beacon in the night. Constellations burning, beckoning light. Trouble above, darkness falls. Orion is broken, the eagle is lost. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the dark of a night. In mountains of rain reflect the pain. We hear the swirling of the wind. Clouds of tears, undiminished by the years, haunting us over and over again. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Empty the cloud, some in the wind. How many times we start over again? Slate looks clean, and underneath it, the chalk remembers so many. Empty the clouds, some in the wind. How many times can we start over again? flies by in the southern sky. Prophets know the eagle will fly. Southern Cross shine closer, begin in the night. Constellations burning, beckon and bright. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. So Tracy, we're all cheering for you. We're all sending our love and well wishes, and we hope that they give you strength. Sunlight through a hotel window, marina swaying wide. Gentle swells and harbor smells, afternoon and night. Voices from the cafe tables, the soundtrack for their life. She dreamed he'd be a memory soon. He dreamed she'd be his wife. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said, you take my breath away. You're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. Twilight turns to evening, evening turns to night. Heartbeat slows and traffic flows, artificial light. Voices from the street below, voices in his head. From a dream she stood before him, this is what he said. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said, you take my breath away. You're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. Said, I'm glad you think that I'm as perfect as can be. I only wish I saw in you the things you see in me. That she turned and left him standing by the door. And as she disappeared, he cried an echo forevermore. He said, you know you're lovely, you know you always glow, you know you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. You know you take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. And in his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. If I could find the words, I'd tell you how I feel. You fill my heart with joy and make each moment real. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel my love? Can you feel my love? I'll hold you in my arms, I have so much to say. Your beauty and your mind take my breath away. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel my love? It's there for you to find. It's then there all the time. When I walk you home, dreaming of your touch, being here with you, I never get too much. You feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel my love? 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 So, it's an amazing thing, right, to live in this time that we're living in. And there's so many pressures going on, but weirdly, there are little glimmers of good news. So, for example, if you've been reading the papers lately about inflation, the year-over-year stuff is really misleading. And it's misleading because it turns out that prices for almost every basic commodity peaked a month or two ago, and they're down a ton. I mean, some are down like 35%. And, the problem is that the way the press reports it, everything's done year over year. And so it actually is scaring people, in a sense, unnecessarily, which is really, well, I guess why should we be surprised, right? But, there's so much going on, right? Because obviously everything is way more expensive. I mean, relative to a year ago, things really are that much more expensive. But weirdly, relative, the price impact over the next few months should be really favorable. And that should make everybody feel better about everything. But obviously, if they screw it up from a economic policy perspective, then we have to worry about the economy and all that. So, that's just one more piece of stress on top of everything else we're all dealing with, which is just feels like a lot. Sitting alone Saturday night, watching the Late Late Show. Bottle of wine, some cigarettes. I got no place to go. When I saw your other man today, he was wearing my brand new shoes. And I'm down to seeds and stems again, too. I met my old friend Bob today from up in Bowling Green. He had the prettiest little gown that I have ever seen. I could not hide my tears at all. She looked just like you, and I'm down to seeds and stems again too. Now everybody tells me there are other ways to get high. They don't seem to understand that I'm too far gone to try. Now these lonely memories, they're all that I can lose. And I'm down to seeds and stems again too. My dog died just yesterday. He left me all alone. Finance company stopped by today and repossessed my home. That's just a drop in the bucket, babe, compared to losing you. And I'm down to seeds and stems again too. I got the down to seeds and stems again blue. It's so hard to paint the picture of a rainbow. Rain always gets in the way. Sun comes out, the color's just a memory. These tears on my face, will they stay? Falling in leaves, soft as a bed. Foliage changing, photographs red. Falling in leaves, safe as a bed. Colors are changing in my head. Thought I might forgive you on my birthday. Change of seasons means a second chance. Saw my face rolled up inside your trash bin. A change of scenery is all I ask. Falling in leaves, soft as a bed. Foliage changing, photographs red. Falling in leaves, all of them dead. Colors are burning, burning in my head. There's real fast. There's fun, There's the stuff that we love. There's real fast. Where the colors change, you can make them last. Scissors and stones will never break my bones. Paperweight protects me from the wind. Cut up the picture, throw away the key. They'll be done in love songs again. Falling in leaves, safe as a bed. Foliage changing, photographs read. Falling in love, never ever dead. Dreams still keep burning, burning in my hand. Come write a love song, sing it fast. Come take my picture and make the colors last. There's real fast. Come stay with me and make it last. It's so hard to take a picture of a rainbow. It's so hard to take a picture of a rainbow. It's so hard to take a picture of a rainbow. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk forever through my garden and dream one day you'll love me and hope it will come true, that I could beg your hand and not your pardon. Acre upon acre of yellow, red, and blue, a sea of flowers nurtured by my hand. Never could my garden be as sweet as you, though it blooms with every fragrance known to man. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk forever through my garden. Dream one day you'll love me, hope it will come true, that I could beg your hand and not your pardon. Roses for each time you laugh, set my heart ablaze. An orchid for each time you say my name. Poppies, pansies, daffodils, all are in the game, dreaming by the hour, planting seeds that flower, love that's sure to last for all my days. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk forever through my garden and dream one day you'll love me. I hope it will come true, that I could beg your hand and not your pardon. So, we were up at the Oregon Country Fair, which remains the most unusual, just the most amazing festival imaginable. There's so many different kinds of music festivals, and the successful ones that last a long time develop a real culture. And if you think about whether it's the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass or High Sierra or Bonnaroo or Outside Lands, Bottle Rock, they each have, over time, a whole vibe that comes out. And the thing about the Oregon Country Fair is that it's been going on for, well, at least 50 years. It's actually more than 50. And it has a genuine hippie culture, but it's also got this Renaissance fair thing laid on top, which is, just makes it one of a kind. Maybe half the people there are in a costume of one kind or another. The thing is tucked into the woods in a space that is actually swampy like 8 months of the year, and then it dries out, and it's just incredibly beautiful. And it has these structures that people have put in over the years through the various paths through the forest and in the various meadows. And I don't know, maybe there are 8 or 10 stages. And, there's probably one volunteer for every 2 people who attends. So, it's just a whole scene. And I don't know what percentage of the people camp, but it's got to be 75 or 80%. And, it runs 3 days, and it's got all these things that you just don't see anywhere else. And we got to play 2 sets, one on Friday, which was the first full day of the show, and then main stage on Saturday. And we're going to broadcast both of those shows. So the Friday show we're going to broadcast tomorrow night at 4:20. And then the Saturday main stage show we're going to do Monday at 4:20. I strongly recommend that you check them out. Now, they're a little unusual because we had a COVID scare. And so we did the Friday show without the T Sisters, and we did the Saturday show without Erica and Chloe. But the rest of us, we rose to the occasion, and the shows are cool. They're not the same thing, but they're their own thing. And the setting was, as I said, was magical. And we had a good time. And unfortunately, a lot of people who were there got sick. And I think Oregon Country Fair is going to be a proof point that the B5 variant can be transmitted outdoors. Now, I don't think people get as heavy a load as they get in an enclosed space. And so people have had relatively light symptoms, but the transmission's taking place, which is scary. Rather be in some dark color where the sun don't ever shine than to be home alone knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, and I'm gone, but I ain't coming back. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be in some big city in a small room with you on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me far on down the track. Well, I'm going away, I'm leaving today, but I'm blowing and I ain't coming back. Rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to see you another man's darling and to know that you'll never be mine. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me far on down the track. Well, I'm going away, leaving today. I'm going and I ain't coming back. Well, I'm going away, leaving today. I'm going and I ain't coming back. Yes, I'm going and I ain't coming back. So you may have seen the report of the wildfires that are springing up all over the country, and actually even in Europe. Climate change is spreading. It turns out it's contagious. And here in California, there were fires this past week in Yosemite National Park. In fact, there was a great deal of concern about the Mariposa Grove, which is the largest grove of giant sequoias in that park. I mean, trees that are thousands of years old. And there were some interventions that wound up protecting the trees, but the thing that really struck me was by the time they were done, they'd put a sprinkler system in some of the biggest trees so the trees could water themselves. And, you know, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but I will say this. I do think having respect for trees that are 2,000 or 3,000 years old is that's the right way to go. I mean, when in doubt, show respect. Anyway, this is a song about that. Well, it's not really about that, but this is one of the things that's in it. Santa Ana winds blow, the hills catch fire, the town burns up like a funeral pyre. No matter what happens, no matter what fails, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. It was a bad day at work in the blistering sun. You busted your butt and the job was no fun. Your pickup got towed and they made you eat kale. At least your dog is waiting and wagging its tail. Whoa, no matter how bad, you may be hangry or you may be sad, the one thing you can count on when you get out of jail, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. You drive for Lyft all day and Uber all night, then you fall asleep at a traffic light. When you finally go home to a bottle of ale, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Whoa, no matter how bad, you may be angry or you may be sad, the one thing you can count on when you get out of jail, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. You're feeling alone, there's nowhere to go, you want to move fast, they make you move slow. There's just one cure that never fails. It's a doggy that's waiting, a doggy that's wagging its tail. Santa Ana winds blow when the hills catch fire, the town burns up like a funeral pyre. No matter what happens, no matter what fails, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Whoa, no matter how bad, you may be hangry or you may be sad, The one thing you can count on when you get out of jail. Your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. I got some requests today, and this is one of them. They sent us a message filled with scorn. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We focused on the message, trembling in our hand. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means they don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are running out the door. But the thing that really hurts us, that breaks our heart in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. We asked a question, got a message in return. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We looked again in silence, the message in our hand. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means they don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are running out the door. The thing that really hurt us, that breaks our hearts in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. We can't believe this bullshit after all that we've been through. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, IOU. We're gonna send a message not so warm. It'll say, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We hope it all confuses them, messes up their plan. Takes them a minute, a whole lot of minutes, a lifetime of minutes for them to understand. A lifetime, you hear me? It's hard enough to get through the day without some, I don't know, total bully trying to tell you what to do. People who think that somehow they're superior to everybody else, and that nobody else but their kind deserves any kind of respect. Well, I'm here to tell you, people, that is not how it is supposed to be. And I think if you believe that all people are created equal, if you believe that all people are worthy of respect, if you believe that democracy is a good thing, then I think you got to be prepared to give up some convenience in life, get out in the street, make your voice heard. Obviously, you got to vote, but I think it's going to take more than that now. I think we just got to let people know that, you know, they can't override the will of the majority when the will of the majority is to do something good for everybody. You know, you may agree, you may disagree, but that's where I'm coming from. It took them a minute for them to understand.
Wash your hands in my fingerboard, baby, then let your pinkies dry. I'll let you hold my fuzzy peaches if you let me taste your pie. You may hold my peaches, baby, you may drive my car. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, you are the brightest star. You can take all my money, honey, you gotta take me as well. I wouldn't know how to live without you, but then you never can tell. You still stir my sugar, baby, you still lick my jaw. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest star. Well, I'll clean your chimney, baby, when you need your ashes home. I'll unclog your carburetor, baby, when your car has stalled. You may try to leave me, baby, you won't get too far. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest star. Well, I know we'll grow together, two sweet peas in a pod. Lovey-dovey senior citizens may strike some as odd. But I would do whatever you ask, I'll follow you to Mars. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, I nearly know doesn't mean maybe. In my constellation, baby. In my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest. You've always been the brightest. You are the brightest star.
So, you know, a lot of songs are autobiographical. This one is really unusual in that I wrote it and then it happened, which is kind of cool, you know. I know we'll grow old together, two sweet peas in a pod. Lovey-dovey senior citizens may strike some as odd, but I'll tell you, if Ann and I are anything, we are lovey-dovey senior citizens and proud of it. And I wish everyone on earth the same kind of happiness that we have had. And that we're still having. It helps get you through the day and the night.
Every year along about this time it all goes dry. Nothing left for love or money that'll get you high. Henry got pissed off and said he'd run to Mexico. See if he could come back hauling 20 keys ago. Now the road to Acapulco is very hard indeed. It isn't any better if you haven't any weed. Henry's driving hard and straight on Twisty Mountain Road. 50 people waiting back in hope of Henry's load. Now he's rolling down the highway going fast, fast, fast. If he blows it, this one gonna be his last. Run to Acapulco, turn the golden keys. Henry, put your brakes on for this corner if you please. Henry got to Mexico and turned his truck around, talking to the man who's got it growing from the ground. Henry tasted, he got wasted, couldn't even see. How he's supposed to drive like that is not too clear to me. Now he's rolling down the highway going fast, fast, fast. If he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Run to Acapulco, turn the golden keys. Henry, put your brakes on for this corner if you please. Sunday afternoon, Tijuana is a lovely town. Bullfight rings and tourists with their money flowing down. Border guards are much too busy there at 5 o'clock. Henry's trucking right on through, he hardly even stopped. Now he's rolling down the highway going fast, fast, fast. If he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Run to Acapulco, turn the golden key. Henry, put your brakes on for this corner if you please. Now he's rolling down the highway going fast, fast, fast. If he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Run to Acapulco, turn the golden keys. Henry, put your brakes on for this corner if you please.
Oh, I mean, that song may be out of season, but it's never out of style.
I got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. I'm going back to the border, where I'm better known. No, I haven't done nothing. Drove a good man from home. So when the moon peeks over the mountain, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna roam this old highway until the break of day. One more kiss, mama, just before I go. 'Cause when I leave this town, I won't be back no more. I got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, walking's most too slow. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow.
So I'm going to close the show with a song I want to dedicate to our dear friend, Shree Moore. Shree has been in the hospital this week with just a completely unexpected and incredibly dangerous condition, not COVID. She's doing a lot better, but, you know, it's just such a hard time that you just want everybody to be well all the time. And it really scares me that Sheree, who's been just a great friend for so long, and certainly back to the very beginning of this band and one of my favorite people. And Sheree, we love you. We want you to get well quickly. And this is a song that you guys were part of creating, and I can't play it without thinking about you. And I'm sending it out in the hope that it helps to make you feel better.
Pacific breezes carry sounds of laughter and of tears, of people's grand adventures, of happiness and fears. People taking risks, people losing all, people getting up again every time they fall. That's right. Some paddle out at daybreak, some paddle out at night. Some won't paddle out at all for fear a shark may bite. Some live near the mountains, some live near the bay. Some live every moment of every single day. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from here this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Waking dreams of things postponed, of things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, let a little burn. That's right. 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 You have a perfect home, a perfect job, a perfect dog. Maybe just the opposite, a mud hole in a bog. Maybe in the middle, where the days are all the same. Maybe you just wonder if it's you that is to blame. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from there this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Awaken dreams of things postponed, of things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, let a little burn. That's right. 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 That's right.
So, Sheree, please get well. And all of you, everybody who's watching this and everybody you know, I want to send well wishes to everyone. And I hope everybody can both remain healthy, remain, in some kind of level of serenity in this very, very difficult time. As I said, tomorrow, Sunday, at 4:20 p.m. Pacific, we will do the stream of our first performance from Oregon Country Fair, which is the Friday late afternoon on the horse corral stage. And then on Monday at 4:20 p.m. Pacific time, we will do the live stream of or broadcast of our Saturday show from last weekend at Oregon Country Fair from the main stage. And they were really fun to do. I mean, it's Oregon Country Fair is very special, so we hope you'll enjoy those. Now, if all goes well, and what I mean by that is if everybody can stay healthy, we'll be playing in Truckee, California, by Lake Tahoe on Wednesday at the Truckee Amphitheater. I believe that's a 6 o'clock show. On Thursday, we will be in the East Bay. I'm having a brain fart, so I'm just going to look it up. So, again, Wednesday we'll be in Lake Tahoe at the Truckee Amphitheater. On Thursday, we'll be in Moraga, in the Moraga Commons Park. So Moraga's in the East Bay. Not too far from Berkeley, not too far from Walnut Creek. And those are both amazing settings. And we've had so many great shows at both of those places. And so we're just hoping that, that everybody can stay healthy for every show. Because right now it just seems everybody's catching COVID. And then if all goes well on Saturday in the afternoon, we'll be playing outside Love on Hate on 8th Street in San Francisco. And again, that's Saturday afternoon. And so those are all really cool, fun things to do. And our game with the Giants, Jerry Day, is coming up, I think, on August 2nd, which is obviously a momentous day, Tuesday, against the Dodgers. We'll be playing the Rex benefit in Triples Alley underneath the stands, and then we'll be playing on the dugout after that. So I won't, if everything goes well, I won't have a show next Saturday, and then, but I will have one the last weekend of July. So I'll see you again then. And again, everybody, please take care of yourselves. And I really think you got to mask up. And if you haven't had all the boosters you can have, please get more boosters. This thing is, it's not fooling. And, even people with mild cases can get long COVID. And that's the thing you really want to avoid. So take care. Just know that I really appreciate your watching. And I really appreciate the opportunity to play these songs for you. And I hope you liked them. Take really good care. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.